no stranger to the competition, so really proud of that. But right now we're actually jumping into iDK against PinkFresh.
iDK himself just came off an upset, beating Pugwest earlier in the bracket. This was originally seeded as Pugwest versus PinkFresh, but iDK coming out on top with this Donkey Kong.
Yeah, now Donkey Kong, a lot of talk has been happening around him only because he's been seen as a counter pick that's viable at the top level. However, as a solo main, there's a lot of trouble that he faces. So we're going to see what iDK does here against PinkFresh, because PinkFresh has finally come out to play. He hasn't been really, not that he hasn't been active this season, but he hasn't peaked as hard as we've known him before.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, he's not even ranked this season on the PGR, so I mean, he's been obscured by that a little bit, but we're actually seeing something not obscured right now are iDK's conversions. Donkey Kong getting so much off of grabs.
And what we're really going to need to see here from PinkFresh is that moment where he can really get into the advantageous situation, like right here, and then capitalize on DK's fragile disadvantage state. He has a lot of trouble landing. He doesn't really have ways to break out of combos. He does have that up B. Wow.
Like the back air there, closing out the stock at 98%. But like you were saying, the disadvantage state might be disadvantageous, but the more raise that DK gets actually benefits him. So while it is a little bit of a double-edged sword, like having DK at 100% against you is something that you definitely don't want.
But now, of course, PinkFresh is going to need to be careful. A grab in this situation may lead to the end of the stock, especially as this rage on DK is gradually building. Wow, chased him all the way up with that double up air, taking the stock incredibly early.
Taking a sip from a Red Bull so casually. PinkFresh is known as one of the most Sage-like figures in the community. If you've ever talked to him, like the temperature in the room just drops like 10 degrees because he's so mild-mannered and so calm, cool, and collected. And even though his Bayonetta can be explosive at times, I mean, as a person, like, you'll never see him shook. So we're going to see right here Game 2 against a now Diddy Kong switch. Something that was probably prompted by the fact that as the DK disadvantageous state didn't benefit him there, we're going to see what he could do with Diddy Kong.
Yes, a character that typically does generally a lot better against Bayonetta, but PinkFresh is no stranger to this character. Seagull Joe, although he's known as a Sonic main, he does have a very proficient Diddy Kong as well in the MDVA region. Yeah,
both of these players are for MDVA, and or not these players, but Seagull and PinkFresh. So PinkFresh being good friends with Seagull, they have played that matchup countless times, both at the locals and the monthlies in MDVA. And Joe, even though he hasn't been competing too much this season per se, and or at least placing highly, his Diddy Kong is very proficient as well. So we're seeing an even game right now here, but at the same time, anything can happen off a stray hit on Witch Time.
Now, something that I find very interesting and that I like about PinkFresh's Bayonetta compared to a lot of the other ones, and this is a similar case with Salem's as well, is that he's not as button pressing. It's an ugly term, but he's not as relentless with his button presses as the other Bayonettas are. He's clearly an experienced Brawl veteran, and we can see that with the way that he's a lot more composed in the neutral.
Okay, any other character would have died off of missing that tech. He was sub 50.
That was a genius Witch Time, but he didn't force him out of the clank state.
The multiple hitboxes that are caused by up smash actually saved iDK there, clanking with the hit that he tried to get him out of Witch Time. Usually when you have Witch Time happening, to suspend any of the active hitboxes, you just simply jab. But in that mess of hitboxes, iDK was actually safe there, but then took an F smash raw to the face, so didn't matter.
Great shield pressure coming out from PinkFresh. And that up air, although it's generally not as used as much as forward air, it is incredible platform pressure. The amount of vertical space that it occupies.
And it's so non-committal to a point because it's just so safe for him to do underneath.
Seems to be a bit of a theme in Bayonetta's kit. Very non-committal for a lot of her moves, especially how rewarding that they are. And that is why this character is so powerful, so deadly. So many options in this character's arsenal.
Yeah, we've seen PinkFresh's commitment now survive a few seasons because with arguably his breakout performance with Bayonetta being at Pound 2016 when they actually took Mr. R off the side. Tremendous read there, closing out Game 2. We see that he's stuck to her, and having come from a Lucas sort of pit background in the early Smash 4 stages, PinkFresh stands by his main, and I respect that a lot.
Yes, he's really found the character that